Longtime Republican strategist Carter Wrenn is sharing his story in politics in an upcoming memoir.
Wrenn's career includes managing the campaigns of Ronald Reagan and Jesse Helms.
Bill O'Neill joins us in Greensboro now with the story. Bill.
After 50 years in politics, Carter Wrenn has a lot of stories to tell. One of them involves Jesse Helms and that controversial TV ad on racial quotas. Many people remember it as the White Hands ad.
You needed that job, and you were the best qualified, but they had to give it to a minority because of a racial quota.
The Helms campaign ran this ad in 1990 during the race against Democrat Harvey Gantt.
The White Hands ad took on a life of its own with the press. Yeah, it's probably the most famous ad for that campaign.
Carter Wrenn, a member of that Helms team, which created the race-baiting ad, says in his new book, The Trail of the Serpent, Stories from the Smoke-Filled Room of Politics, that running the ad was wrong. The North Carolina conservative says that a black friend, along with several Tuskegee airmen, helped him to see the light.
But when I saw it through those three black men's eyes, I thought, that was wrong. That hurt. I've never done anything like that again.
You have regrets about running it?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again. Didn't do it again after that. Because when you look at it from a black Tuskegee Airman's perspective, it was playing the right story.
Carter Wrenn started his career managing Ronald Reagan's campaign for president in 1975. He says Reagan was trailing Gerald Ford in the primaries when the campaign began linking the end of the Vietnam War with the threat of communism.
Those Russian tanks rolling in Saigon and thought, we're losing the Cold. And it scared them, shocked. That created a river of people. And that was the river of people that elected Reagan.
In 1984, Jim Hunt held a double-digit lead over Jesse Helms in the race for U.S. Senate. Wrenn says this TV ad linking Hunt to New York helped turn the tide.
Now, something's wrong here. Why is there a New York committee to elect Jim Hunt? Where do you stand, Jim?
That was the character question. And it went on that way until the end of June. And by then, we were running even.
Carter Wrenn continues to write about politics to this day. A recent column questions Republican Mark Robinson and his campaign for governor. He writes, quote, when they hear Robinson, they don't like him. Trust flies out the window, and that's the heart of Robinson's problem. Wrenn says he thinks it will be hard for Robinson to win.
Robinson is so mean. I think a lot of people are going to look at him and say, that's not who I want.
Now, after 50 years in politics, Carter Wrenn says that politics is a lot like the mafia. You never get out. His new book, The Trail of the Serpent, scheduled to come out in mid-October. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.